Hello, my name is Sergio Soto, and I'm the vocalist for The Miserables. My main influences were basic old school punk, and as I grew up, I started listening to My Cam, The Used, and a lot of earlier 2000s music. What I do in my free time is a lot of tumbling, and I'm really into occult stuff and horror movies, and I also draw and printmaking in my free time.
Hey, yeah, I'm Newt from the band The Miserables. I'm the lead guitar. My influences are Journey, Rush, Triumph, My Chemical Romance, all that good 80s and the 2000s stuff. It's AFI as well, yeah. My free time, I have too much free time. I do guitar, It's pretty much it, except for Yu-Gi-Oh! I do Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. I'm kind of good at it, That's pretty much it, just Yu-Gi-Oh! And guitar. That's my life story. That's it.
Oh, hi, I didn't see that. My name is Robert Murray. I am the guitar player for The Miserables. Some of my influences are early punk rock, so not the Ramones, but like Dead Kennedys, more of that hard-hitting stuff. Things such as My Chemical Romance, and some British bands such as Pulled Apart by Horses and Arctic Monkeys. Things I like doing in my free time are looking at crappy instruments, cheap instruments at that. Really just horrible taste in everything, such as this book. Really bad, don't buy it. And, yeah. West Side.
My name's David, I'm the bass player for The Miserables, and, I grew up on, like, Nirvana and basically, like, hardcore shit, like Pantera and Black Dahlia Murder. Yeah.
What's up, guys? My name's Clayton. I'm with the band The Miserables. I play drums in the band. The kind of music I kind of listened to growing up, my mom always like shoved like country and Nashville all the way down my throat. So I kind of grew up and got out of that. My dad showed me Nirvana, and I started listening to my own stuff, like All Time Low, Paramore, stuff like that, real pop punk stuff. The first album I bought was All American Music, so just tell you a little bit. Some things I like to do in my free time. I'm a total gamer, love playing games. I'll talk about cars all day. I'm just like cars, they're fun stuff. And I always watch the X Games every time they come around because I love the X Games. Travis Pastrana.
Hello, we are The Miserables, and
This is our backstory.
this is kind of our backstory. We basically started off as a band called Riot Dog with Newt and I, and we quit, and we slowly adopted Robert, who sucked at the time really bad, and he kind of really defines our music now, and we adopted David eventually, and he really became the wall behind the music, we were looking for a drummer for a really long time. I nearly gave up until we met Clay, and he kind of gave us hope, and he gave me hope anyways. So basically the whole genesis, I guess, of The Miserables is a lot of failing and falling, but we always got back up, and Robert really came through, and I almost nearly gave up because we were getting nowhere until Robert just decided to come up with Sunset Drive, and he really defined where our music was going to go, and we had a terrible bassist at the time, and not David, not David, and things were going really bad. So I nearly lost hope again because I have the worst will in the world. And David came along and he fit perfectly with our personalities. And we taught him our stuff, and he really came through. He really drives us sometimes to actually practice, and he really pitches a lot of ideas. So David is actually really important. And Newt's kind of the mastermind behind everything. He reports for us. He's basically the strict dad that we have. He tells us when to practice. He tells us to stop goofing around. So I'm really thankful to have Newt as my first band member and as my lead and as one of my brothers. And we just met Clay like a week ago, so I can't really say anything about him, but he's fucking cool. He's already a good friend of mine, and I've only hung out with him twice. And he really, we had a drummer and he never showed up, so I was really losing hope that we were never going to get anywhere because, all our mishaps and, misunfortunate events. So...
Yeah, we've been at this for like 3 years
Yeah.
now, Sergio.
Yeah,
And it just seemed like nothing seemed to line up until like Robert got in, and
Yeah, I mean,
But-
it took it. Sorry, not sorry.
Go ahead.
I mean, it took us forever just to get anything going because we would sort of get something done and then a giant mishap. So it's like we took one step forward and then 2 steps backwards.
So, after we lost our drummer, he was a fantastic drummer. He was an animal, but he was a machine gun, yeah, it's a good word. And, he would never come to practice, and he would forget all our stuff.
Just unreliable.
He was just really unreliable, so, one day we knew, out of nowhere, just made a Craigslist ad, and Clay came in the picture, and I was, at that point in time, I was just like, there's going to be another drummer guy. So, we actually played with him, and he played fantastic. And he got everything fantastic. He's such a very quick learner. He's very intuitive. He knows his music.
And his snare sounds fucking awesome.
And his snare sounds fucking awesome.
Spent like 3 hours tuning that snare.
So, it just gave me a lot of hope, because I think that's all, I've ever really needed. It's just a little bit of hope.
Also, before Clay came into the picture, hardly anybody beat Sergio at Super Smash Bros. But Clay shows up and beats him twice in a row.
He whooped my ass. So that was completely new to me. I was just like, what is this losing? I've never lost.
I mean, he beat me. I was using Captain Falcon and he beat me. Like, how do you beat an overpowered character?
Pikachu, man. Pikachu's the shit.
Forget Pikachu.
He just brought an unexpected upset, and it was just fun.
Yeah, so,
Out of nowhere.
we really worked hard on, what we sound like. When Robert wrote Sunset Drive, I knew that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be that feeling that I got when I heard it, that feeling that I got when I played that song, I sang that song, and one of my role models is always said you have to have a little hope, and the things really came through when things are perfect now. Things are absolutely perfect. I have so much belief in what I do, in what we do. I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, we've showed people our music, and we were going to get a drummer. He had been in bands and been on local tours. We showed him our stuff, and he said it sucked. He just outright said, he was like, these tracks suck. And I was really upset, and everyone I'd shown, they were like, oh yeah, that sounds really good.
We would buy the CD, we would buy your music.
Yeah, we'd buy your CD, we'd buy your music. And, it's a cold, back to black. People aren't going to like our music. And, that's fine with me. But, we really worked on our sound after that. We really settled down. We were like, you know what? This doesn't really sound like us. sounds like, oh, this is just like, a song to build the CD. So we worked really hard on the CD that we're working on. And
We've got pretty much enough music for 2 more.
yeah, we pretty much got enough music for 2 albums. And
That's a difference.
that's a different story.
Yeah, that's for the next video as well.
And so I just, I hope, you guys give us a shout out or anything, just help us out because, we're such a miserable little town and the music scene here is really bad, So,
It's really bad bar rock.
yeah, bad bar rock, hardcore,
Christian screamo.
Christian screamo,
Sort of like an oxymoron.
and indie. I'm not saying those things are bad, but,
Teach them.
teach their own.